and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And it's a very sad day when the world's hottest couple breaks up.
I know. Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz are done. They've called off their engagement, and we'll tell you guys what happened.
We'll also talk about Meg The Stallion. She is suing a blogger for misinformation. The blogger was posting all of this stuff, kind of defending Tory Lanez. But now Megan and her lawyers are going to take them to court.
Yeah, she's saying that they were alleged lies and deep fake porn.
And finally, you've all probably seen the fan interference last night at the Dodgers-Yankees game. Now that fan who tried to rip the ball from Mookie Betts' glove, he's speaking out and he is not sorry.
Well, he's also banned from live from the stadium, so.
But he's a New York legend now. I kind of think in New York, this guy gets free beer everywhere, maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
To begin with, though, Channing Tatum, Zoe Kravitz, they've ended their engagement.
This is so sad. So we confirmed yesterday that they have split. They were together for 3 years. And if you guys remember, they got engaged almost exactly this time last year. So Channing had popped the question like right around Halloween time. And she actually was photographed with her engagement ring at a Halloween party. But this kind of feels out of nowhere because just last month, they were pretty like lovey-dovey. Actually, we got some agency photos of Channing going for a run, and on his hand, he had her initials, but it was unclear if it was like a tattoo or a Sharpie. And then also early last month, he posted a photo of her taking a nap on his lap, and he was like praising her over the movie they worked on together.
That was a month ago?
Yeah, last month. They had worked on a movie together where he was the star and she was, it was like her directorial debut. But here's the thing. It's unclear when they broke up or really why. Obviously, we're working on that. But during their relationship, they were both going through nasty divorces. So since then, Zoe, she's settled her divorce with Carl Glusman. And then also Channing recently settled his divorce with Jenna Dewan. She's, married. She's got like a new boo.
Yes. Yeah, she does. Actually, her new boo, what's his name?
Steve Kazee.
When news came out about this breakup, he posted on his Instagram stories, ha, 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 like a million ha's, like laughing at this.
Do you think it was connected?
Well, his ha-ha-has came out at the same time the story dropped. I mean, maybe he'll go, oh, no, I was just laughing about the Yankees, or I don't know. But it was...
I don't think the game started
He'll find
yet.
It was interesting that he potentially was laughing at the demise
of Channing's relationship.
It's really sad. They were together for 3 years. They're so good looking, each of them.
Yeah. They were a good-looking couple, for sure.
Zoe Kravitz.
And they were always, like, hanging out with Taylor Swift, especially Zoe. Like, she was always hanging out with Taylor and stuff. And, they had, like, kind of that couples group where it's, like, Gigi and Bradley and Taylor and Travis and Blake and Ryan. Well, Channing and Zoe were also in that mix, too. So I definitely, have you been in like friend groups where like if one couple breaks up, it like affects like the whole friendship
group? The dynamic, like the ecosystem of the friendship is just like totally, if we don't have them, then it's a new, feeling.
And then it's like, do we talk to this person? Do we take a side? It becomes like you don't know where to stand, which battle to choose.
True, because they're both kind of, beloved. They seem like really nice people, well-liked people. But when a breakup happens like this, I guess it'll depend if there's any sort of animosity between the two of them. Maybe it's one of those happy breakups.
But even if it's a happy breakup, there's still those people that are like, oh no, don't talk to them anymore.
Yeah.
Don't unfriend them right now. Like you still get a lot of that.
Well, I wonder, if he posted so lovingly her sleeping on his lap a month ago, maybe something's happened in the last month or maybe they were just going down a road and something. But it was such an affectionate post that it needn't be posted unless you really felt it. Yeah. That it's just interesting that now, a month later, news comes out about their divorce. Or not divorce, their breakup.
Their breakup. Some people are saying that maybe this is just like a publicity stunt because their movie just came out, the Blink Twice movie that they worked on together.
That is true.
And so people are thinking like, is this really real? But we are told it's real. And she actually was photographed not wearing her engagement ring recently.
That actually makes me think, Charlie.
I know you're always like the one that's like, they planted this, they made this up. Like you always are kind of like.
I am. I didn't know. Yeah, I'm starting to believe.
Oh, no.
Channing Tate posted hours before the breakup came out. Hours before it came out, he posted about the movie they're doing together.
Oh.
And then they announced that, I mean, I don't know. It's either really sad or really happy. So congrats or commiseration.
Will you go see the movie?
Are those two banging in it? Maybe then.
No, she's doing like the director. She's behind the camera, but he is the main star.
Then no. I would see her. She's like something about, man, she's just the coolest.
But do you feel like they were a little like, they didn't really make sense in a way because she's very mystical and he's like a former stripper?
Yeah, but I think that's maybe what enticed each other. They're different, but they're
very
both
different.
Cool. You know, I'm sad if they're broken up. I liked them together.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
to the relationship.
All right. Okay, on to our next story. Meg The Stallion. She is suing a blogger for alleged lies and a deep fake porn. So there's this user on X called Milagro Elizabeth Cooper. She's got 30,000 followers, this girl.
It's kind of a lot.
That's all right. And apparently she's working as a mouthpiece for Tory Lanez to promote his false narrative. So some of the stuff that this user's done, they've shared a pornographic deep fake of Meg The Stallion, which apparently violates a Florida statute. You know, you can't share fake sexual images of someone without their consent, obviously.
Which is because I feel like this is becoming more and more of an issue because like, especially with AI and stuff. Remember there was all those like Taylor Swift, like AI, like sex photos and videos and stuff. And I think eventually like Twitter had to like stop the searches for that. But I mean, it's becoming more and more of an issue and a lot of people don't know what's real, what's not.
Yeah, it's interesting to me that Meg is targeting this one specific user who like retweeted or just shared the link to something else.
Yeah.
So they didn't create it, they shared it. My thing is there's so much misinformation on Twitter. So much. Half the stuff potentially.
Yeah.
But
usually it'll say now at the bottom where it's like, this person didn't die. They're actually like there'll be like a little correction at the bottom.
But you know, me and you can be that correction. Users make the correction.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So I'm just wondering why Meg's targeting this one user when it's just like I think they're trying to make an example, maybe.
Totally. She's trying to take a stand, and obviously, you know, when she does anything, everyone's going to pick it up as far as media goes. Everyone's going to talk about it. And, you know, honestly, good for her because if there's lies about you, especially if there's like pornographic material that's not you, absolutely, you got to come out swinging.
So the lawsuit also accuses this user of cyber stalking, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and invasion of privacy. One of the things that this user keeps trying to like trot out this narrative is that the gun is missing. The gun that Tory shot
her
Meg
foot
with is missing. Tory's defense team was never allowed to. That's a complete lie. The gun is in like the Los Angeles Police Department's possession, but this user keeps putting all of these false theories out there, which is muddying the water, trying to help Tory. Like he's in jail for 10 years, but I guess he wants to get out. He's filing these appeals, that sort of stuff, and this user is just defending him to the hilt. Probably the number one defender of Tory Lanez online, which is why Meg is like, all right, I'm going to take down this top dog of misinformation, and hopefully others won't do the same thing.
That's got to be so aggravating when, you know your truth and people don't believe it. Like, you know, we always kind of talk about the Cassie Diddy stuff. If that video of Cassie didn't come out where Diddy is like brutalizing her, people still wouldn't have believed her. Actually, and even after that video, people are still on Diddy's side, which is wild to me.
You're right.
But like, it's so sad that we need like video evidence to like believe whatever.
But people
you know?
are such liars. Like,
yeah, that's true too.
Leaders are liars. You know, people on the internet are liars that unless you see something with your own eyes, and now, even if I see it with my own eyes, is that video credible? Is it real?
Right. Is it AI?
You can't, you question everything. And
Yeah.
so I like Meg taking this step to say, I'm going to take someone down, send a message to the rest of you liars.
Yeah, I support her.
On to our final story. Crazy incident last night at the baseball game. I'm sure everyone's probably seen or heard of it.
Did you watch the game last night?
I watched the game.
Okay.
I'm into baseball.
Oh.
You know, I'm into the World Series, actually. I'm not into baseball. I'm into
Okay,
the World
okay.
Series. So this fan, Austin Cap-O Bianco, a Yankees fan, sitting, in the foul area, just in the front rows.
Right. He's got his glove.
He's got his glove. You probably saw the video. He tried to rip the ball from Mookie's glove after Mookie Betts had caught the ball.
That
fairly.
was wild.
Well,
I think there's like a desperation to catch these World Series balls, right? Because especially imagine the ball, if you caught the home run ball from the very first game where the Dodgers got the grand slam. Oh my gosh, you would resell that and get what? Like maybe $1 million.
I think more. The Shohei ball just sold for $4 million.
That is insane.
This Grand Slam World Series ball probably worth at least, I would have
so
thought.
much.
But I mean, a foul ball.
People are still going to want it if it's in the World Series.
That's worth, $20K.
And we kind of talked about, like, now that people know how valuable these are, they're going to fight till the death. Or even, like, what we saw, fight with the team.
Well, if this guy, Austin, so the guy's name is Austin, he did rip the ball out of Mookie's glove, but unfortunately for him, the ball fell out back onto the field. It could have easily bounced and fell onto his seat, and he would have collected the ball. He'd still be in trouble being kicked out of the game. But
he'd have the ball.
If he got that ball, I think it makes it all worth it.
I don't know. He definitely shouldn't have interfered. And I mean, he got kicked out, right? Imagine paying those seats were probably what, $4,000?
Well, he's a season ticket holder.
So his seats probably weren't as expensive as the resale.
I guess he won't be able to renew his season tickets for next year.
He's kicked out of the stadium for life.
Any stadium for life, apparently.
That's insane.
But I mean, if you got that ball, maybe you'd.
He didn't get the ball though.
He didn't get the ball.
Yeah.
Well, after he left the game, Austin, he headed to a local bar.
Oh gosh.
And ESPN actually must have sent someone around. I wish I was around there.
Oh,
ESPN must have sent a reporter bar hopping because they ran into Austin. And this is what Austin had to say. He's a 38-year-old guy. He says, look, we always joke about the ball coming into our area. We're not going to go out of our way to attack, but if it's in our area, we're going to D up.
What does that mean?
Like defense? Maybe it means defense.
D up.
I don't know what
It must be a baseball term.
Must be. We don't know. He goes, someone will defend. Out of him and his friends who sit there in the members section, he goes, someone will defend. Someone knocks the ball. We talk about it. We're willing to do this.
Well, obviously, we saw that in action.
So it was like a premeditated fan interference.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awful. Fan interference, just awful. But
especially when the stakes are so high, like they were yesterday. Which, by the way, I'm convinced Dodgers let the Yankees win
to try to get it back to.
No, I think the Dodgers let the Yankees win as a nice courtesy.
Oh, said like a Dodgers
fan. They're calling it a gentleman's sweep, a gentleman's sweep.
Oh, you let him win one, you do a gentleman's sweep?
Yes, a very nice, little gesture. Look, all the Yankees fans, it's their stadium. Let's just give it to them. Because, look, they didn't really try last night. They've already won 3 games. They could have easily won last night. And how embarrassing that would have been to win at the Yankee Stadium with all those fans. So embarrassing. So, thank you, Dodgers. Maybe they should give it to them again tonight.
Yeah.
And then on Friday, when they're back in LA,
win it here.
Great
idea, Charlie.
I know. I should write the book.
You should. All right, let's get into some of the comments you guys have been leaving throughout this episode.
And if you haven't left them yet, quickly do it so we can add it.
You got about 25 seconds. Nally Bell says she thinks that this breakup with Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz is all for show. It's all for her movie.
To push the movie.
Blink twice. Man, if that ends up happening, I mean, this goes back to how do you believe anything anymore?
I know.
It's either for publicity. Everything's fake, and it's fake until it's proven real.
But what if they really did break up and they're like, well, at least it's good promotion for the movie.
Yeah,
that could be a coincidence.
Heather Heather's Craft Corner.
I love that.
Women everywhere just reactivated their hall pass now that Channing Tatum is single.
Yes. He's a hottie for sure.
He's never really been my jam.
Really?
No.
Why?
He's
Too
clean.
big and manly
Yeah.
and sexy for you?
Yeah, not into that. Too
Well,
clean
who is
cut.
your jam?
I mean, maybe like Lenny Kravitz more than Channing Tatum.
He's a little too eccentric for
I
me.
like eccentric, mysterious, I model myself in Lenny Kravitz, you know what I mean?
I couldn't tell.
Nicole on the Yankees says no ball is worth getting kicked out of stadiums for life. Is that true?
I agree.
You don't think like a Shohei $1 million ball would be worth never going to a baseball game again?
Oh, I mean, you could go to just Cosm from now on.
What's your favorite event to attend regularly?
Regularly? I don't know, nap session?
But like maybe a Halloween party. Would you get
Sure.
kicked out of your like favorite? You go.
That
to,
would break my heart. That would break
Go
my
to like
heart.
what Maxim Halloween party?
Yeah, I used to go to like Playboy Mansion, Maxim, the Casamigos party
But
every
like
year.
if you could steal like the bunny ears from Hugh Hefner's one of his bunnies and then never get allowed to a Halloween party I think you kind of like
Take that risk.
I think you take the risk.
I don't know.
And finally, miscellaneous. Charlie, I like your hair.
Aw.
The curls are a good look.
No, not you. It's me.
Excuse me.
Rosalinda, thank you very much.
I've got curls. Lol, are you guys from Colorado? Because you sound high.
No, I don't smoke, unfortunately. I probably should, but
I'm not from Colorado, but.
Yeah. Oh, is it because it's legal in Colorado? It's legal here, too.
My wife's from Colorado.
Oh, that's right. You
got
guys got married in Colorado.
I got married in Nashville, but thanks for trying.
Oh, sorry. Whoops, wrong state.
All right. Well, thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie. Are you ready for Halloween tomorrow?
Can't wait. We're coming in gear to the podcast live.
Well, I won't.
What?
I have a million things got to do tomorrow.
You're not going to come in your cheerleader outfit to the podcast?
I know. I can't, unfortunately, because you guys are filming early tomorrow, so I won't be able to do
You're
the
not doing the
podcast.
podcast tomorrow?
No, I want to. Why are you getting mad at me? I want to.
Okay, well, maybe Charlie's going to
Maybe
be
I'll make
a
an
cheerleader
appearance.
tomorrow. Maybe not. Tune in to find out.
Wait. Oh, and your ray gun.
And I'm going to be the breakdance Australian girl.
Oh, how cliche.
Yeah, I mean.
It's okay.
fine. I already own the outfit, so it's like, whatever. Okay, thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
And we'll see you here tomorrow.
Bye.